I'm in Salad and I saw Cam. It is directed by Daniel Goldhaber, written by itsmintsalad. If you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. This is requested by a Patreon. If you'd like to fast track a movie review, patreon.com/ASEPresents. I'm indoors, but the time and temperature outside, it is 5 p.m. It is 53 degrees, 50% humidity. On with the review. This movie is so weird. We first are seeing this chick, and she's a cam girl, and she's like, I can't make it over 50. And then she's like trying to make it over 50. And then when she hits over 50, she starts celebrating. And I'm like, oh no, you're gonna jinx it for yourself, because I've seen movies. And guess what? There's this chick who's also streaming at the same time who is like, yeah, hey guys, I'll do whatever. Let's just remove that bitch. Lola. Ugh, I hate her. Let's remove her. Make her 10 places down. If we do, you gotta give me money first of all. But if we do, I'm gonna go all naked. You guys have never been naked before. First of all, the movie doesn't do a good job motivating any of these cam girls' intentions on turning on each other. I guess the obviousness is there that there is money involved, but I feel like there should be more of a personal reason. Give me some sort of display of their conflict or something, not just putting it on right here and then there, and I'm just like, wait, there's a woman against her personally? I wish this was set up at all. Maybe in like the first, I don't know, 5 minutes of dialogue, he could establish that she's made a ton of enemies and that we got specific named ones are like going out to get her, and so she should be cautious about it or something. But no, the movie doesn't set up like that. Instead, it sets up the status quo, basically sets up that she's just streaming all the time. She's trying to get to 50th place on this leaderboard. The movie opens up with this show, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe you're not higher on the leaderboard. What are the other chicks doing to get higher than you, and you're willing to do these insane, intense shows? She's just, doing her thing, and then there's a guy who comments like, give me your knife, I want to see you cut and bleed or whatever. And I'm like, what? Okay. They'd be sending a bunch of money. A lot of money is flying. Tokens, apparently a token is like 5 cents or something. It's kind of confusing. And the movie doesn't explain what a token is, so I'm thinking like, is a token like 1,000, is 1,000 tokens $1,000? And it's not like, oh yeah, a one token is like 50 cents or something. I wish the movie told me at all. It's just showing all of these facts and numbers and figures, and as somebody who's like actually doing this, I didn't understand like what was presented in front of me. Imagine the average normie watching this movie and being like, I don't know what's going on at all. That's a lot of money flying around. They see like 1,000 tokens. Oh, is that $1,000 these men are sending this woman? And I'm like, you gotta properly contextualize how much money a token is worth, otherwise no one's going to know the world that you're living in. I don't know if this is reality or not, that a ton of men are like throwing thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars a freaking millisecond every chance that they get. No. It's more smaller donations. You get more smaller donations, and then occasionally you get the whale. But it's not properly contextualized, and I wish the movie did it. So immediately I'm like really angry at the movie. I'm like, why are you not good? I don't know much about this chick at all. I'm just gonna be very surface level about my observations. Correct me in the comments below. Just give me any information about her. But by my observance of this movie, lady, if you're watching, this makes me think that you thought, oh, I'm gonna pick up writing when you're at your hag maxing stage of your cam growing career. Cause I'm getting there, I'm becoming a hag. I just turned 25, okay? I'm getting there. I understand the emotionality. Here's the difference between us though. It feels like you just picked it up out of desperation and you're trying to write your experience, and it's not well thought out like it should be. It feels like you didn't have a man to tell you what you should flesh out, or a talented big genius man to tell you what to flesh out. But the difference between you and I is I've been doing fucking art for like 20 years before I did cam girling. So like, it's part of my DNA. I understand it implicitly. Based off of this movie alone, it feels like you don't understand it implicitly. I don't care if I burn bridges with you. I don't know you. I'm here to tell you this doesn't make sense. The story is nonsensical in this because we got this frickin' woman, right? She does the knife thing, right? She's like, you want this? You want this? And she does a and you got blood. And I'm like, that would be against TOS. That's totally against TOS. What website is allowing that? Anybody with a payment processor is not going to allow that to happen. Freaking Fansly got with payment processor stuff. Fansly was the most free of them because it was the most newest. And bam, payment processor would be like, we're gonna get you. And this looks like a website that has payment processors, so gore would not be allowed on the website. And this is a website where if you're a user, you don't have to put in your ID to create an account. If you're a model, we do see the process of her having to put in her information in order to become a model. But when she's creating those usernames, trying to get into a chat room later on, she's like not using her ID each time. So I'm just thinking, you don't need a freaking ID, therefore the payment processors will be more on your butt, okay? They'd be like, you are doubly having to follow our rules or else we're not gonna process your money. So immediately I'm like, this doesn't make sense, this doesn't fit in our world. What is this going to be? But, you know, of course, she's alive. She's like, I got you guys, ha 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 ha. It was a blood bag. And then she goes to this chick, and I guess there's this cam girl house or cam girl bar. It's kind of hard. It feels like these settings are set up for like cam girls. Why is there cam girl bars specifically? But like, it's not clear what it is. It's not like, oh yeah, this is a studio where you can go to and you can pretend you're at a bar or something like that. It's not like set up properly. It just feels like, oh, she's going to a bar now, and there's like LED lights and there's like string lights everywhere. This feels like this is a movie bar. This isn't a real bar. Where am I at? And you got like these hot chicks there. And I'm like, is this their bar that they own? I don't understand where I'm at in the world. There's not establishing oh man, that's what it is. There's so little establishing shots in this that I'm disoriented about where I'm at in the world. Where am I physically in space? Because it feels like she just teleports from one space to the next space. And I'm like, please, just give me some establishing shots. But after she goes to this place, she wakes up and then she figures out that she can't access her account. And then she tries to get help from the dudes and they be like, yo, it seems like you're live right now. How are you this? She's like, I'm not on the phone. Yo, what? There's somebody live as me? That's not me. And they got the person, they're like, I don't know how to help you. And then she tries her access code again, but it turns out the access code was changed. The access code was correct the first time, and then the second time it didn't work, and then she's like flipping out, and she has to go to the police. The police don't believe her. She's like, I don't know what's going on. How am I gonna get into my account? And there's people in her life that she could talk to about this, but she decides not to open up to anybody about what's happening. Also, her boundaries are incredibly thin. Like, she's having her fans that she met on the website hang out with her at like her house or the bar. Like, just they know her in person. And it's not established that they knew each other before that, or it's not establishing that there's like some working relationship there, or it's not established anything. The only thing that's really properly been established is that these guys are just big fans of her and her streaming stuff. It's completely introduced like that, and she's meeting up with them in public and having dinner dates with them. She's basically an escort for these guys. And I'm thinking, you should just say what's happening to these dudes. I don't know why she isn't. And then see his reaction. But no, she's so avoidant. And it's not established why she's so avoidant. It's not like, oh, well, her mother was abusive, or her mother neglected her so much that she had to learn to be on her own, and she won't let anybody in. She's not easy to trust anybody. So why is she so avoidant? How I described it just then would be a proper way to explain why she's an avoidant type person. The fact that she is not established at all to have that personality trait, and actually the opposite is true. She has a relationship with her mother. Of course, her family's like not knowing that she does porn, but they talk, and it's a little awkward to say that, yeah, I do porn, whatever. But still, it's like, when the mom and everybody else, like at this family reunion, figures out that she does porn, because the teenage boy was like, oh, I found her. Look, everybody, she does porn. And it's a little awkward. She leaves. But then, like, her mom or her friend, it's not established well. Whoever that is like, yeah, it's okay. Oh, it's her mom. Actually, thinking about how the tone is of the scene, it's her mom. She's like, I'm supportive, however, it's like, whatever. I'm like, you have a supportive mother. You have a supportive mother. Why are you so avoidant of communication? Please talk to her. Her avoidant communication style has not been established at all. I think that she would have more of a secure communication style where she's more open to talking to people. She's a little bit too close to people, actually, because she lets fans that just are purely off of her streaming site and give her a bunch of money. Basically, like escorting, she's an escort. She's letting her escorting thing happen and be in her close proximity in life. Like, she is hanging out with these dudes in person who give her money online and just hanging out. And I'm like, please, stop. Stop it. Your boundaries are too blurred. So why is she not talking to these men about her issues? This movie does not properly establish her decision making. This is how I know the movie was written by a freaking cam girl who actually didn't experience anything in her life. Jeez. I'm a cam girl who thinks that writing is easy, so I'm gonna do it, haha. And there's no resemblance of a plot until the freaking third wave of the movie, when finally this chick is having some struggles. And I'm like, the pacing is so slow. I was so annoyed. She established some rules. She's not going to say I love you. She's not going to do public stuff. And I forgot the third rule. Whatever. She breaks all 3 rules during this. And she's horrified. She's terrified. And because she's not communicating with all these people, they go after her and try to violently get at her. I'm like, it's not established why. You think men just want to start just grabbing you when they're confused? Bro, we live in an era where if you touch a woman, you get a sexual assault charge. Men are not going to risk their lives and careers for a sexual assault charge that puts you on a predator list forever. This is not a realistic depiction of men. Cam is not a good movie. I would imagine that the guy who has a lot of money is good at communicating his ideas and ways to get that money, okay? Or it should have been better established about what his job is, so I have more of an idea of what his skill sets are, and maybe he's not like a good communicator, and this is more of a realistic reason why he would try to grab the woman instead of asking her what the heck the dealio is about. And the woman is so avoidant. She's like, I'm not gonna tell you guys anything. And I'm like, this is why you deserve everything that happens to you. She's like, I'm gonna go to that chick stream. My favorite part is when she goes to the stream and the faker has the gun out. And she's like, hey guys, money, money, money. I'll do money and money. I'll lick it, money. I'll load it, money. I'll shoot myself, money. And then she does it. And I'm like, this is so funny. This is so hilarious. And then she gets back up. I'm like, what is going on here? And then she also collabs with this chick. But it turns out this chick was dead for 6 months. So I'm like, is this cam girl dead? But it's not followed up upon. I'm like, I don't know if she's dead or not. Please, you have to like flesh things out when they're brought up. You have to bring up every little detail very specifically, and you have to flesh out the entire idea, or else it's not good. Or else you get a terrible movie like this. But that fake chick, she's rising up the leaderboard. She's going vroom. She's going vroom. And she gets to like 2, I think. Like really, really high up there. And then the way that she's able to get her account back is that she starts giving the money that she has. She has some money, but she's shown to be a reckless spender. And I thought, oh, you know, that might come back into play, that she's a reckless spender. Maybe we show that she has no money and she'll have to live in poverty or something, and then she can like regret spending that money. But no. She keeps on spending that money, and she uses it to convince the fake version of her to give her the password. But first, she did like a video call with her. There's like a few instances like video calls where it's establishing that she doesn't recognize her, like herself. She just sees her as, oh, it's like my whale's girlfriend. And I'm like, oh man, you don't recognize that she's like literally you? Okay, interesting. And then more money, she gives the password. I would never give my password to anybody, no matter how much money they gave me. Why did this dumb bitch do this? And then she goes in and deletes the account. And I'm like, yeah, that's why you don't give the password out. Why did you? And then she starts anew. And she's at the very low bottom. She's at 0 viewers. She's like, hi guys, I'm gonna start camgirling. And I'm like, what was the point of this movie? What was the lesson? There are so many things that I could have focused on. I would have focused on one aspect of this film. If I were to take whatever the heck this is and flesh it out, I would do a much better job than this. Find something else other than writing, because writing is not your passion, the writer. I hate this. This sucks. Whoever did the lighting though in this is amazing. Great lighting. The shots were okay. There's some good shots, but overall it was like unimpressive. Really good coloring, good outfits. I liked the variety in outfits. That was fun. But otherwise, this movie sucks. I hate it. It's like a 3. Oh, no. I can't give it that low because the coloring of the footage is just beautiful. The way that the lights are, how the footage looks, it's all right. You know, I like it a lot. I just hate everything else about it. So I'd have to give it, it's like a 5. If you like this review, watch another one on the platform, really liked it. If I haven't reviewed it on a channel, there's a chance I haven't seen it at all. That's why you gotta get the Patreon request at patreon.com/ASEPresents. $20 dinos for 1 movie review for 1 month. Support the Daily Grindness by going to this link tree, so you can go here. And until next time, mint salad sauce. See you later, my salad croutons, big bits. This is a bad time. I'm gonna go flop on the floor now. Goodbye. Oh, my camera disconnected. Ha ha, that's funny.